Hey guys, Rocky with Wild Edge Outdoors here. Hey, today we're going to be comparing side by side my old 2020 Hobie Compass and my brand new 2022 Hobie Outback. We're just going to go from bow to stern and show you all the differences, so maybe you can make a better decision. We're just going to do it off the water, nothing on the water today. Okay, just to give you some overall dimensions, the Compass, which is the camouflage one here, is 12 foot long and 34 inches wide and has a weight capacity of 400 pounds. The Outback, the bright green one, is 12 foot 9, also 34 inches wide, and has a 425 pound capacity. The weight of the Compass here, without the seat and Mirage Drive, just dry weight, is 68 pounds. The weight of the Outback, same thing, no seat, no Mirage Drive, is 85 pounds. Okay, let's start at the bow here, and if we look at the shape of the bow, they look pretty much identical. They both have that displacement hull, just looks like it's shaped exactly the same. Although from the front, it looks like the Outback pushes the water out to the side a little bit more than the Compass does. Well, let's look at the bow here first. The Compass comes with this mesh over a little tank well. It just comes off, and then it's got this little tank well here. I got a bow line here. Sorry it's dirty because I've used this thing a lot. It doesn't come with this front hatch. This front hatch comes back by the seat. I took it out and mounted it here and then put the rectangular hatch back there. But I do like having this here. This is where I've got my battery stored. And Hobie makes this battery box. Battery just pops right out of there. You can just disconnect it easily for charging. The nice thing is this just sits right down here, right in this round hatch like that. I have to admit it comes with this round part here, and I couldn't for the life of me figure out where that attached to. And I finally figured it out. There's a post in here on both this and the Outback. This can go and attaches inside there. There's the post right here. Now it looks like if this is attached to the post in the Compass, it still sticks out a little bit in front of the hatch here, but it does lay really nice right here, so I like leaving it there. Let's go take a look at the Outback. The Outback comes with this hatch and cover. It's got bungees holding it down, and it's much bigger, as you can see, and it does have a nice seal on it, and you can probably see that post a little bit better here. And I'm sure putting that battery box in here, it will also stick out a little bit, probably out about to here. But this one still has a lot more room. That's where I'm going to mount the battery in here. I just haven't gotten to it yet. Now both Compass and the Outback have this little port right here. This is for accessories. The one that I can think of is they have a bimini top that a post comes out here, and I just realized that the little accessory port here on the Compass doesn't have a cover on it. Going back a section here for the Mirage Drive area and the gunnels, they're both the same as far as the Mirage Drive well. They both have the same quick disconnect latches here for the Mirage Drive, so I'm not going to show you that. The Compass doesn't have this track. I added this one for some accessories that I use. Compass does come with this built-in track here and this built-in track. It does not come with these pockets. I had to add those because I needed a place to put a few things. And I've got my wiring coming out here for my fish finder. That's what this one's for. This is for a rod holder. Over here is also for a rod holder. In this pocket, I keep my pliers in, and then this one is for my downrigger. Okay, this is the area where the Outback really starts to shine. First off, it's got two built-in rod holders, and this year they're not just molded in, they're actually reinforced. This comes with these pockets here, both sides. It also comes with places for your wiring on both sides, wherever you want to mount your fish finder or any other electronics. And then they got the built-in track on this side, built-in track on that side, but they also have this H-rail that you can clamp stuff on, but it also has a track built into it too. So you've got 4 different tracks on here in order to mount some stuff. Then it's got these little tie downs here, so if you put a tackle box or something in here, you can throw that in there and that'll keep it from falling out. They also come with 2 of these on each side, so you can attach like your pliers. And then there's a space where you can stick your pliers. There's a place where you can put a knife. They got a place for 2 tools, 2 knives. Same on this side, so it's ambidextrous basically. I can't wait to start putting stuff on here because it's really going to be cool. Okay, the next thing in this area, I've got a track here. It did not come with that. I added that one too because I wanted a few more things added here. Can't even tell you what exactly. I did add this. That round one up front was here and that wasn't big enough, so I added this one. Nice thing is it's got this pocket in here. I put my keys and my wallet in there, and I've used this part for a cooler because I catch a lot of these kokanee that aren't very big. So I throw a frozen water bottle in there and use that for a cooler. And that comes out and gives you access to all kinds of stuff in there. And this has flotation foam in there. On this side over here is your steering, and that's the only place where you can steer it from, which I think is fine. I just get used to steering with my left hand. That's no big deal for me. This here is your hook for hooking onto your Mirage drive so you can keep the fins up. So if you're in shallow water, you can do that, and then you don't have to pull the drive all the time. Now here on the Outback, once again, you've got your hook for your Mirage drive. This comes with this vertical hatch this way, and then some little pads for standing on. Open this up, got the same little pouch. It's not as wide, obviously, but same exact size of everything here, and this also has flotation foam inside. But on the Outback, you can actually steer it from over here and over here. I don't know if that's a big thing for me. I'm just used to having steering over on the left. I usually have my pole in my right hand. Okay, let's talk about the seat. On the Compass here, there are no real adjustments except for the back, and this is as far back as it goes. It is held on by these bungees right here on the side, and then the back is clipped on. I have to admit, sometimes it's a little difficult to get the seat out on the Compass. There, so I got those off and these side ones off, and then it just picks up and it just sits right on these little steps. Now the thing is they've changed the seat on the Compass. I'll have to do a little comparison on the old and the new, and it's a good thing they did because you can see there's a bar right here that is right in the wrong spot, and when you scooch back, hits your tailbone right there. So I usually kind of inch forward a little bit so I don't hit my tailbone on that. That's it as far as adjustments for the Compass seat. I'm not complaining about the seat too much. I guess there's an adjustment back here too for tightening this up so it's a little stiffer, but I've never really played with that and it's not real easy to do. But there's no up and down adjustment at all, it just sits right there. And once again, that's where the Outback, the seat on the Outback really shines. It's got a lever here, and that adjusts your incline, decline. You just pull that lever. Looks like that's as far forward as it goes. They've got cables in here that are spring loaded. And then when you just pull that lever, it lets up on it. To get the seat out on the Outback, got this little clasp right here that you undo. And then you just pull forward and lift it up. And it's this front bar here sits right on here. So you just line this up here and then tip it back and then clip that back together. But you got quite a few adjustments on this. It will sit up like this. There's a little lever up front here. If you lean it forward a little bit and pull on that, that pulls those kickstands out and it goes down to that level. If you lift it up a little bit, they'll kick up so you can go to that level, kick up a little bit more, and it goes up onto these little stands here. And then it's also got a little twist here that tightens up your lumbar support. And then when you take it off, it's got these legs here that you put down that you can use it as a beach chair when you stop for shore lunch. It's also got this little pull right here so you can push the front up and down. That's an awful lot of adjustments. Can't say if it's a lot more comfortable yet because I haven't used it, but there's sure a lot of adjustments for it. Okay, let's go back on the tank well here. Ignore this. This is for my Boondocks landing gear. That's a whole nother video. But back here, it's got two molded in rod holders. And it's got the scuppers here for a cart and for draining. It does have the bungees. I got them set up, you can put them across. I got them set up for my crate right now for holding all my tackle. And I don't know if you can see this. I added this rod holder here, and it actually faces forward. So when I get a fish or I'm tying up lures or whatever, shove my rod in there and it goes forward, and it just puts everything in a real nice spot. I'm not sure if I'm going to try to do that on the Outback or not yet. Widest part of this tank well here is about 22 inches. Here it's 18.5, and from there to there it's right to the edge, but it angles in this way. The usable space is probably about 29. Okay, once again on the Outback, it's got much more options. Of course, it's got the bungees here, but it's got more track back here. It's got a little bungee holder that can, well, you can take it out, but you can run it back and forth on the track and put it where you want it. Once again, it's got places for tools, knives, pliers or whatever. It's got these little guys. I don't know what you connect them to. But it's got a track over here, so you can add more stuff over here. Got the exact same over on this side. I really don't know what those are for here. I suppose you can put it into this track. No, you can't. You can't put it in there. Oh, I see. They're curved. I don't know if you can see that. These are different from the front ones. They're curved, so you can hook it onto the bungee. Cool. I just learned something. And of course, it's got, once again, two more not molded in, they're reinforced rod holders back here. And it's got the scuppers that are reinforced on this one for a cart. And let's take a look. The size of this, the widest part here is about 19.5, and it angles back here to, let's say usable 15.5. And the total length usable is at about 33.5. So it's bigger than the Compass. Okay, let's take a look at the back deck. Of course, this is your steering plate. That just moves back and forth with your steering and your adjustments there. Not much usable that you can do here. And it's got the normal Hobie handle for the back of it. Not much else you can say about it back here. I mean, it's not bad. It's just, it's not really flat. It's kind of sloped a little bit to shed water, which is good. Okay, the Outback, I'm looking at it, looks to be pretty close to the same size. It's got this little pad eye here for, I'm not sure what. It looks like it's already plumbed, I guess you would call it, just for one of those power poles. And it's got the same plate for steering, but this is actually flat. You could actually mount something on here if you wanted to. I mean, just so it didn't get in the way of your steering. But here's something really nice. There's a nice handle back here, and it's actually shaped like the H rails, so you can clamp other stuff here that you'd want to. Much more options once again. Okay, on the underside of the Compass, you got this plate for your transducer. Basically, I've got a little bit longer transducer than it was designed for, but I kind of mushed it in there. It works just fine, but it just sits there. It protects the transducer. You can see I got scuffs here, but transducer is just fine. Okay, it looks like it's upside down, but the Outback has a much bigger plate, and this is actually retractable. So once you put your transducer in there, it's in the retracted position, but you can let go and it'll drop down, so your side view will work. And then this will protect your transducer completely from any kind of scuffing when you bring it on shore or put it in your truck or up on your top of your truck. I'll be doing a video on that too when I install my transducer. You can see the rudder is pretty much the same on all of these Hobies now. It's just a kick-up rudder. You release it up front and it kicks down, steers very well when it is in the down position. If you hit something, it'll kick up and then just kick right back down. And I can feel kind of rough edges here. I guess I've hit a few things. And here's the rudder for the Outback. Same exact thing, just folds up, kicks up when you hit something. Try not to. And they both have that skeg on there that's replaceable, and you can protect your keel. Okay, and here's where the wiring goes for the transducer. I've got it going from here in that pocket and goes underneath and comes out over here and down to the transducer through all the leaves. On the Outback, it's got the exact same thing. Looks like there's something that opens up here that makes it easier to get at this stuff. But those also come from here. Goes underneath, over there, either side. And I forgot to mention, you can put your paddle on either side of the Outback. Got one of those on both sides. On the Compass, it's only on this side. I added one of these paddle clips because this was just too hard to get at when I got the seat in there. On the Outback, it looks like this will be much easier. See, you got this, you can just pull it up, but you gotta tuck that in there a ways to get it in. Last thing I can think of here is when you're loading to protect the rudder, because that rudder does stick down, I had to buy this separately. This hooks in and sits right there, and then you put this strap around the rudder and then tighten it up. It's got these skid plates on it, and that protects the rudder when you lift up the nose. The Outback comes with this little guy, and this is supposed to clip on back here. Oh, there we go. Clip that on, then skin it down, and that should protect the rudder when you lift up the nose. You just can't pull the nose forward when you got it on that, because it'll drop back down onto the rudder. Well guys, that's pretty much everything I can think of to show you on the differences. Don't get me wrong, this Compass has been great. I absolutely love fishing out of it. I just can't wait to try this one and get it all outfitted. Like I said, there's so many more options. Well, if you got any other questions about it, feel free to put them in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this at all, feel free to subscribe. Hit the bell to be notified when we put out more content. See ya.